Hello, Metals 2 and 3 students. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to start chasing on a vessel once it's filled with pitch and that pitch is room temperature. I already have my design marked on here, and that's what I'm going to be pushing in to get these kinds of like gash kind of shapes. So I drew this on in pencil and then just traced over it in Sharpie. Here's what I'm kind of aiming for with that. And then I don't know if you can tell, but on my vessel, I wasn't able to neck in this part as much as I wanted to, just because this is so narrow, and I couldn't find a stake that was narrow enough to allow me to accommodate that while I was raising. So in addition to using my chasing tools and chasing hammer to push in these areas, you may also see me using my raising hammer just around here to really neck that in. So I just want to start with some chasing tools and my chasing hammer, just tapping away. And I'm using some force, but I'm not wailing away on my chasing tools. And you want to make sure that you're constantly moving your tool and your hammer so that you avoid any weird kind of gullies or really deep areas. And as you can see, this is pretty similar to how we were working with our flat pieces of sheet metal when we did our chasing and repoussé samples. Now we're just doing it on a 3D form. You can see too that I have a sandbag under here that I'm using to balance this. That also helps to protect my metal. So I'm gonna go work away on this. I'll probably turn the hyperlapse on so you can see this kind of quickly and you don't have to sit here with me for like 20 minutes as I work away. But at some point, I'm probably not gonna be able to do all my chasing in one go. I wanna neck these areas in kind of far. So once it gets work hardened, I'm going to have to remove the pitch from here. So I'm just gonna work until the metal's not really moving anymore. Then I'll have to take out the pitch, anneal the metal, put the pitch back in, and repeat this whole process. Now you can see that I've started to push those areas in. It might look a little bit subtle, but actually there are some areas that are really pushed in, but it's still not as far as I want it to go. Right now my metal is work hardened, so I'm going to have to remove the pitch from this and anneal it. Oh, and something to point out, you probably noticed that in addition to my chasing tools and then using my raising hammer for the neck right here, sometimes I also like to use the ball end of my chasing hammer to hammer in some areas that are maybe a little bit wider, just because in these initial stages it also helps you go a little bit faster because you can exert a little more force than you can with your chasing tools. So that's how you chase on the outside of a vessel to push different areas in. Like I said, I still have more chasing that I want to do on this, but now I'm going to have to remove the pitch and anneal it. So that'll be the next video. Also, apologies for during the little chasing montage, I looked up and noticed that my tripod had drifted away from my hammering. I should have secured it in place. So next time if I have another hammering video, I'll be sure to do that, but hopefully you still got a good look at what's going on. All right, I will see you in the next video.